What happens when you are so broke that your only way out of poverty is to lie to the woman who raised you? Today, Diamond Platnumz is Africa's biggest music mogul. He is the most subscribed artist on the continent, a Netflix reality star and the CEO of a multi-million-dollar entertainment empire. But before the private jets, before the diamond chains, and before the stadium tours, Diamond Platnumz was just a 17-year-old kid in Tandale with big dreams and zero money.
Haukuwa rahisi kabisa kwa sababu katika moja kazi ambayo mimi inakuwa ni ngumu sana muziki, kwa sababu mtu inabidi msalaba wako unabeba mwenyewe, unaenda wewe mwenyewe kama mwenyewe, ukitusua siku ndio umetusua.
In a raw confession, Diamond revealed the shocking truth behind his very first studio session. He took his mother's prized gold ring, sold it behind her back, and told her a lie she believed for years. How did a teenager selling second-hand clothes in the mud turn a stolen ring and a lie into an empire? And why does Diamond call taking care of his mother his biggest achievement above all his fame and wealth? Grab a seat, because this is the untold story of how Diamond Platnumz risked it all to escape poverty. To understand why Diamond was willing to sell his mother's ring, you have to understand where he came from. Tandale is one of the toughest, poorest neighborhoods in Dar es Salaam. Growing up in a single-parent household, Diamond saw his mother, Sanura Sandra, popularly known as Mama Dangote, struggle every day just to put food on the table. After finishing secondary school, Diamond didn't have the luxury to sit around. He took whatever job he could find. He sold mitumba, which are second-hand clothes, on the dusty streets. He worked as a photographer during a time when photographers were looked down upon in society. He even worked long shifts filling gas at a petrol station. Every shilling he earned went right back into helping his family survive. But deep down, music was calling his name. His mother knew he had talent. In primary school, she used to help him write down lyrics from famous radio songs so he could practice. But she also gave him a firm warning: if you want to be a great musician, you need a knowledge first. Diamond listened, he stayed in school, but by age 17, the burning desire to make a song became too strong to ignore. By 2007, Diamond was desperate to record his first official demo. But in Tanzania back then, studio time was expensive and nobody was giving handouts to unknown kids from the slums. Diamond had no savings, his family had no money, but his mother owned one valuable item, a real gold ring. Diamond saw an opportunity and made a dangerous decision. Without telling his mother, Diamond took the golden ring. He went with his brother to a local dealer, sold it for quick cash, and used every shilling to pay for his very first studio session. Now, how did he explain the missing ring to his mother?
So I remember my mom gave me a gold ring. So I took that gold ring and went to sell it. Because my brother told me, let's go sell this ring so we can be able to pay for the studio. Then I went to sell that ring. After that, I went to pay for the studio session. I did a song.
Wait, hold on. Time. I started to cut you off. So when you sold the ring, was your mom not mad at you? Did she not know the ring was okay?
So I lied to her. I said, like, I went to the washroom. Then the washroom, the ring fell into the oil in the washroom. So then I lied to her. But I went to pay for my studio session. I recorded my first song. It wasn't that. It was, I didn't have enough experience that time. But that song
Diamond used every bit of his acting skills and told her a wild story. He claimed he went to use a pit latrine, a public pit toilet, and the gold ring accidentally slipped off his finger and fell deep into the waste. Imagine telling your mother her precious gold ring is sitting at the bottom of a pit latrine. His mother had no choice but to believe him. With the money from that ring, Diamond walked into the studio and recorded his first song. He took a massive gamble, and at first it looked like he had lost everything. That first studio session didn't instantly make him a star. In fact, the producer who signed him ran into financial trouble, leaving Diamond stranded for over 2 years. For straight 2 years between 2007 and 2009, Diamond was stuck in limbo. He would meet music managers who told him, come back in 2 months, then come back in July. Most young people would have given up and returned to filling gas at the petrol station, but Diamond stayed patient. Then came the turning point that changed African music forever. It was a heavily raining afternoon in Dar es Salaam. Diamond was at his friend's house when the floodwaters burst through the door, soaking the entire room. Diamond spent hours helping his friend bail water out of the house with buckets. Exhausted, stressed, and sitting in the damp room, Diamond started singing out loud just to vent his frustration. A friend sitting in the corner stopped and listened. He looked at Diamond and said, "You have incredible talent. I know a guy who loves music. Let me introduce you." That moment led to the meeting that launched his breakthrough hit Kamwambie, and within weeks, Diamond went from a broke kid in Tandale to winning 3 major music awards in a single night.
To write a song. After writing that song, so it was the same week that guy called me, and then I went there with that song. So when the guy heard the song, he said, "Ah, this is the hit." I said,
So you used your stress as motivation to write
and I didn't know it came automatically because I didn't do it intentionally. I was just straight. So I was writing a heartbroken song, and whatever I was saying in the song, it was what I'm going through.
Now fast forward to today. Diamond Platnumz is worth millions. He drives luxury cars, owns Wasafi Media, and collaborates with global superstars like Neo, Rick Ross, and Alicia Keys. He eventually confessed the truth about the gold ring to his mother, and instead of being angry, she wept tears of joy seeing how that small sacrifice turned into an empire. In a recent interview, Diamond opened up about what true success means to him, and his words touched hearts across Africa. He said, "I have achieved a lot. I thank God for my success so far. It wasn't easy. Despite the fact that my mother can take care of herself, just being able to cater for her expenses brings me great joy. I consider that as my biggest achievement. A lot of people make it and forget where they came from, but not me. The place my mother holds can never be taken over by fame, money, or my music career." Think about that. Out of all the awards, the millions of dollars, and the global YouTube records, Diamond considers buying his mother a peace of mind as his greatest trophy. Diamond Platnumz's story is a powerful reminder that where you start does not define where you finish. He didn't have rich parents. He didn't have industry connections. He started with a stolen ring, a lie, and a flooded room, and a mother who believed in him. He took those small, desperate moments and turned them into a legacy that inspires millions of young people across East Africa today. What do you think about Diamond's confession? Would you have risked selling a family ring to chase your dreams? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If this story inspired you, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and click the video on your screen right now to watch our next breakdown on Diamond's business empire. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
For that song, I won 3 awards as the new artist, newcomer, Song of the Year, and R&B Song of the Year.